Hey, this is Chris from Corner Stop. Welcome back to our Hockey 101 series. I'd like to finish out our shooting instructional stuff by going over the backhand today. So the backhand is, I would say, a little bit of an underused shot. Now in the NHL it's used quite a bit, but from my standpoint is it's in the junior leagues and then in the beer leagues that I play in, you don't see it quite as much, and I think it's under practiced a little bit. So the main thing looking at it is deception for the goalie. The goalie can't anticipate where the puck's going to come off the blade as well, can't anticipate the height a lot of times, so it's a little bit more deceiving than doing a forehand. There are a couple of tips I'd say that we kind of need to go over to talk a little bit about with the mechanics of this shot. So the main thing is how the puck rolls off of the stick. So on a forehand, obviously, you're usually up here at the top with shooting off of your toe, where there's a concave motion where it kind of keeps that puck on the blade. Well, the opposite is true for the backhand, right? So if you start the shot up at the top there, you know, there's a pretty easy way for it to roll off the blade. So generally speaking, with the backhand, you're going to want to start it at the back of the blade there. That gives you the most amount of time and space to be able to help keep that puck on your stick and shoot it where you want it. So that's fairly important. So the puck position on the blade on the back, puck position in the stance. Generally speaking, you do take it back just a little bit. You're certainly not taking it way back here. You know, what you want is just a little bit of movement in between, so you're going to have it a little bit further back in your stance to give you a little bit of room to kind of get that motion going. And then the follow through is a little different than what you're doing in a normal snap or wrist shot where you're pointing at your target. This one is kind of an over rotation. So I'm not going to be, if I'm shooting here for that upper corner, I'm not gonna stop at the corner with the shot, right? So I'm not gonna be pointing at that. I'm gonna over rotate through, and that gives that puck a chance to get going forward in that general area. So my over rotation helps me keep that puck going, and I release about at the middle of my blade to get that puck going, and then I'll kind of follow through. So there's also separation, just like inside of a snapshot, where you're creating a little bit of separation and hitting it. The same thing is true with the backhand. So that separation and then the snap coming through is important, since the backhand is a pretty low power shot. I would say it helps a lot to get a little bit more snap in it. So if you can get a little bit of separation and start snapping. Now this is a progression, so you're not going to probably start out doing that. I would generally say with most people, when I start out teaching it, I try to get them to just kind of roll it off their stick and get the momentum down. So you're going to be releasing that kind of part of your stance. But after a bit, I'd like to see that separation a little bit, and then a snap in there to get that quick shot, or I'm sorry, that harder shot in there. So the final thing is your legs and your rotation. You can see that through the shot, I rotate my body pretty good, and the legs go all the way forward. Like in all of our other shots, we're releasing from one side to the other and going towards the net. So that's a fairly important mechanic in all of your shots, is going to be getting that forward momentum going from one side to the other, right? So same thing here. We're going to be trying to get at that upper corner, and we're going to have our momentum going from one side of the body to the other, and then having a little bit of separation in the puck, right? So you can kind of see that it's a real quick shot. The stick momentum is going, and you're trying to get it as kind of hard as you can to create, because it's not as powerful as your forehand is going to be. You do want to practice it and getting it quick and getting it hard. So I hope this video has been helpful. Make sure you like and subscribe. Next one that we're going to be coming out with is sauce passing. So we'll do that, and we'll probably do that on the ice. I don't think great on the synthetic, so we'll do that. Me and Bodie will show you how to do some soft passing and how to get that going. All right, appreciate it.